I'm not gonna lie, gaming might be cooked. First, let's talk about the pricing. It's no secret that on both the console and PC side, prices have gone up. On PC, RAM has shot up in price, and right now I'm scrolling through PC Part Picker. And damn, look at these prices. $239 for 32 gigs of DDR4 RAM. And to explain how bad this is, a lot of things use RAM. Your console needs RAM, your laptop uses RAM, etc. And one of the reasons why RAM shot up is due to the demand from AI data center. And that's just on RAM. Let's not mention the graphics cards. There is a rumor/report that Nvidia and AMD are going to increase their graphics card prices each month going forward. And here are the prices of Nvidia's GPUs right now. Yeah, $2,000 for a 5090.
You are out of your damn little pea-sized mind. What is wrong with you? Do you have any sense at all?
I remember when people raised the fuss about the 3090 being $1,500, and you know, certain fanboys were defending that. A couple years back, we were joking that graphics cards were going to be $3,000 one day, and the next PlayStation and Xbox are going to be $1,000. Well, that's not really looking like a joke anymore. I will say, if you were on the fence about getting into PC gaming, now might be a good time to either build one or try and get your hands on the upcoming Steam machine. You don't want to be that person 2 or 3 years from now kicking yourself because you couldn't have gotten a PC now, but you wanted to wait to see if things got cheaper. But we're not done yet. On the console side of things, we've also seen price increases. The Nintendo Switch 1 has gone up from $300 to $340 in the USA, and this thing came out in 2017. Then the PlayStation has gone up $50 for the disc version and $100 for the digital version. And then the Pro version went up $50. This thing is damn near $800 before taxes. And if we take a look at Xbox, their consoles have also gone up in price. This is unheard of. Consoles usually decrease in price as time goes on, but the opposite is occurring. And if that wasn't enough, video games have also been going up in price. Mario Kart World, $80. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom for the Switch 2, $80. This is another thing we were joking about. One day video games were gonna cost $100 for the standard version, and that's also starting to look less like a joke as well. I mean, we're also joking that GTA 6 is gonna be $100, and to be honest, people are getting nervous about that as well, myself included, because we all know once one company feels comfortable enough to attempt this, the next Smash Bros, Zelda, Pokemon, Call of Duty, Final Fantasy 17 may attempt to charge $100 as well. Especially if Rockstar does this and GTA 6 ends up breaking records, oh boy, we might actually be screwed. Not to mention, there are people who refuse to buy games that are $70. So I have to ask you, if GTA 6 is $100, would you pay that price? Because as much as I hate to say this, I think there are a lot more people than I'm willing to admit that would actually pay that price, just because it's Grand Theft Auto. I went to the midnight release of GTA 5, and when I say there was a line, I mean there was a damn line. I was in a shopping center at GameStop, and that line damn near wrapped around the entire shopping center. So the hype for GTA 6 is likely going to be much higher than it was for GTA 5. And this might be copium on my part, but I'm hoping this game is the industry standard price, because I certainly am not ready for that $100 price tag. If that becomes the industry standard, I think I might have to pick a new hobby. Hey, maybe I'll finally go touch grass, because you know we as gamers don't leave the house. Or option number 2, which is what I recommend you do, is just go play your backlog. There are enough games released already to last me a lifetime. I still haven't played Xenoblade 3, Tainted Grail, Elder Scrolls Oblivion, or the Kingdom Hearts Integra Masterpiece. And the pricing is only one of the big elephants in the room. The next one is subscription. So is it just me, or does it feel like there's a subscription for almost everything nowadays? Battle passes, Nvidia's GeForce Now, more on this later, Ubisoft Plus, paying for online access to your console, having to pay Nintendo Service Online to use a button that's already built into your console for voice chat. Well, it's free now, but it won't be free after March 31st. Then we got Xbox Game Pass. And last but not least, Nintendo subscription called the Expansion Pack plus the online sub for the retro game, which is about $50 US. So remember a couple years back we were joking about how you will own nothing and be happy, and how there will be a sub for this or that one day? Yeah, we're starting to reach that point as well. Are you noticing a pattern? Because I am. And on Nvidia's subscription, look at this. You pay them for a sub for either 6-hour gaming sessions for $10 or $20 for the Ultimate Edition, which is an 8-hour gaming session at 4K. But that's not even the worst part. The free version is just a 1-hour gaming session that has ads in your video games.
What the hell is this?
We were joking about ads being shoved into our video games somehow, but here you are. And then what kills me is there's a queue. So not only can you tell me how long I get to play my games, you can also tell me I have to wait in a queue before I can play any video game.
Nah, bitch, I'm cool.
And on the footnote down down here, you also have to buy or own the games to use them on this service. So not only am I paying full price for video games, I also have to pay a subscription on top of that, or use the free version that tells me how long I can or can't play my game. And it gets even worse. If you run out of time and you want to play more, well, they conveniently have an option where you can buy a day pass if you need said playtime. And if that wasn't enough, it gets even worse. There is legit a hard cap on your time each month. After 100 hours, you are forced to pay extra if you want to play your games.
Fool this man!
Which means even if you buy the $10 month version, you're not getting the full time you paid for in a month. So let's just do some math real quick. 30 times 6 is 108. The 180 being the amount of hours you get each month. In February, it'd be 168 or 174, depending on if it's leap year or not. And keep in mind, this is just for now. What if in a couple of years down the line, they cut the gaming time in half? What if it's 3 hours and a hard cap of 50 hours before you have to pay extra? And then they increase the price on top of that. And if this is successful, you better get ready, because Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony will be right behind Nvidia. The third issue is the scalpers. If Nvidia is pushing for their GPUs to go up in price, you know scalpers are going to try and sell these cards at a much higher price. It might reach a point where you have to sell one of your kidneys to get all the PC parts you need, because scalpers inflate the market, as we've seen with Pokemon cards. We legit have adults fighting over pieces of cardboard because they view this as a way to get rich quick.
You don't want to be like this. This is disgusting. This is awful in every way.
We've seen this with consoles. Every time a new console releases, it sells out almost instantly because scalpers have bots that buy up all the stock and then they go on eBay, Amazon, and profit. Take the PS5. Scalpers were selling the PS5 for about $1,000 around the time it released. So love it or hate it, and believe me, I hate it, scalping works to some extent. But I haven't even gotten to the main elephant in the room, the games themselves. Yeah, it's no secret that newer games overall have not been hitting the same as they were back then. Nowadays, they're either filled with microtransactions on top of already being $70, and the game is unoptimized, and even once you get past all of that, the game still sucks. So at this point, I'm questioning, what am I even paying for at this point? And if that wasn't enough, we keep getting all these remasters and remakes. This might just be me, but I think we've reached the point where remakes and remasters have ran their course. Take The Last of Us Part 2. This game came out in 2020, and 4 years later, we got a remaster. So now we're remastering games that haven't been out at least a decade.
Hello, I like money.
And last I checked, remakes were supposed to be done on games that are so old they reached the legal drinking age. Final Fantasy VII, it's being broken down into multiple parts, and this is unacceptable. They are selling us full price games, and...
Something wrong?
Okay, I changed my mind. This remake is perfect. However, I am curious about how they will handle remaking Final Fantasy IX, because that game was on 4 different discs when it released. And on the topic of remasters, there have been times where the remaster is complete garbage compared to the original. Yeah, I'm talking about you, GTA Trilogy. Now, they did fix a good chunk of the issues in 2024, but this released in 2021. So it took them 3 years to fix a remaster. And if that wasn't enough, they removed the ability to buy the originals on Steam so they could funnel you into paying for this trilogy. And have I talked about DLC and microtransactions getting out of hand lately? Now, how did we go from people being outraged at Horse Armor in Oblivion, which was $2.50 if I remember correctly, to just rolling over and accepting swimsuit skins in single player video games? Especially the swimsuits, this used to be something you would earn in-game through a side quest. Take Expedition 33. It doesn't charge you for swimsuit skins. You earn those from completing the challenges at the beaches. This honestly isn't even my least favorite type of microtransaction. It's loot boxes is the one I hate the most, because I love nothing more than to pay real money just for a chance to get an item. EA's loot boxes are infamous. Oh, I'm sorry. EA wants us to call them surprise mechanics.
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
You you know your loot boxes are horrible when even the government is stepping in to question you. And I greatly dislike paid loot boxes to the point I would like for them to be banned worldwide. In each passing year, these predatory microtransactions seem to be getting progressively worse. And at this point, something has to give. Either we as gamers just roll over and accept any and everything, or we draw a line and hold said line. Because even if you're watching this and you're one of the people who can afford a $5,000 GPU, are you actually okay with dropping that kind of money on hardware? Another scenario that I think can occur is we may end up being priced out of AAA and high-end gaming market. However, indie and AA end up flourishing because those type of games typically don't demand you need to have a 4090 to make the game somewhat playable. They also aren't trying to gaslight you and by telling you to upgrade your PC because said game is so unoptimized.
We really do push the technology, so you may need to upgrade your PC for this game, but it's got a lot of great stuff going on in it and the fans are responding awesome.
Shit.
According to some companies, it's not their fault if a game runs worse than a Microsoft PowerPoint because you dare to have a 3080 instead of a 3090. What are you, a peasant? However, time will tell if this is just me blowing things out of proportion or if this was just a prelude of what's to come. Because honestly, this is one of the few times I hope this ages like milk. Because if this ages like fine wine, we are cooked. But either way, if you enjoyed the video and you want more content like this, I would appreciate it so much if you would subscribe. It's almost 3 in the morning. I'm gonna probably go to sleep before I start editing this. And happy New Year's.